We all love money, and Mario Kart is a great game. Now, what if we combine these two together? What do we get? Profit!
Here comes the money!
So how many courses would be able to make a profit from a business perspective? I decided to look at all of the tracks in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe to answer that question. Now you might be thinking, oh, all of these tracks are only in a video game, you loser! And to that I say, I do not care. You clicked on this video with your own free will. Firstly, if you're stupid, profitable means that you can make money. Simple? Cool. But how would I decide if a track is profitable? My process will follow two criteria. In the real world, how important would these tracks be? For instance, Sunshine Airport would be far more important in the real world than, let's say, Grumble Volcano. And then, would these tracks consistently be making money? If a track could create a profit in only 1 month of the year, then it would not be viable from a business point of view. I'm also looking at everything on the track, and not any hypothetical extensions or things that aren't involved. So yeah, let's make some money! First up, we have the Mushroom Cup, and with it comes Mario Kart Stadium. This track is comparable to the F1 races, just without a clear winner each time. Stadiums have thousands of seats, and you have to pay to enter stadiums in the real world unless you, well, sneak in. On the sidelines, there's a Mario Motors business that's functioning seemingly well, and car repairs are extremely profitable. Water Park is an amusement park, and like Mario Kart Stadium, has an entrance fee. There'd also be many different shops in the park, which could also create a profit by selling, I don't know, ice cream or something? However, water parks are mainly used in hot weather and summertime, and one of the criteria is creating a consistent profit. I don't think this track would be profitable at all during the full year. Sweet Sweet Canyon seems to be a profitable candy supplier. However, in the real world, candy and chocolate have an expiration date, meaning that the supply of candy would be drained extremely quickly, and would cause a local epidemic of food poisoning. Swamp Ruins is a set of seemingly historical ruins that would attract tourists. However, there's no fee to enter. There's some small water supplies, but they aren't big enough to commercially sustain a profit. So yeah, the Mushroom Cup didn't perform too terribly. But which cup has the most profit potential? Let's take a look. Flower Cup starts with Mario Circuit, which completely disproves Isaac Newton's gravity theory. There's one car repair joint, but without any houses and anyone who could live here, I think that Mario Motors should relocate. Toad Harbor is interesting though. It's a full city with numerous shops and restaurants, a harbor that can export and import products, and working public transport. Public transport is not free, and with no cars in this city, this is how people get around unless you drive a cart like our boy Kamek. The harbor could also bring in tourists, which could bring an even bigger profit. Twisted Mansion is a haunted house, with ghosts roaming the halls that try to murder me. So unless the mansion becomes the headquarters of the Dark Brotherhood, there is definitely no profit to be made here. Shy Guy Falls is already a thriving business, with Shy Guys excavating and managing ores and minerals. There's not much else to really say, but profitable. Star Cup starts with the most profitable business thus far, the Sunshine Airport. The name speaks for itself. It's a fully functioning airport with multiple planes taking off during a 45-second lap. If this thing was in the real world, it would be the most profitable airport in the world. Dolphin Shoals has banging music, but not a banging profit. Trying to purify the river water would not only be expensive, but would bring in several law issues concerning animal cruelty. Those fish and dolphins are dead. Electrodrome is a nightclub. It would definitely have an entry fee. It could also be a massive concert venue for Kendrick's newest album, and that would make a pretty penny. There are also loads of sponsors who sponsor the venue, which could increase revenue. Electrodrome is definitely profitable. Mount Wario is a big mountain, with not much at the top. Further down, you find a dam that's already being used as a freshwater supply, as it doesn't need expensive purification. On lap 3, there's also a massive ski resort, which would require paid entry as well as the rental of equipment. This would be a highly ranked ski resort, and it's definitely profitable. Star Cup did pretty well. Now let's hope the next cup is just as profitable. Yeah, I wish. Special Cup starts with Cloud Top Cruise. Oh god. You're in the air, on a cloud, no customers, no workforce, no product. There's absolutely nothing here. Bone Dry Dunes, like Cloud Top Cruise, has nothing at all. There's only a single windmill, which isn't close enough for a wind energy farm. You know what? Both Bowser's Castle and Rainbow Road are also not profitable because of unsafe working conditions and no business potential. Rainbow Road Space Station is also too small to justify the cost of space travel. This would always net a loss. What an excellent show from the Special Cup. Shell Cup starts with Moo Moo Meadows, which is a fully functioning cow farm. There are many cows and buildings around that could make Moo Moo Meadows a strong supplier of milk, dairy, and meat products. Mario Circuit GBA is just a generic racetrack without seating, and no one can watch it. It's also in the middle of nowhere, which would make the few shops that are here not profitable. Cheap Cheap Beach takes place on a beach. Wow! Which has a free entry. This would be a high tourist destination, and if there was a paid fee, it would generate large amounts of money. Purifying the seawater would also be too expensive for a profit. Toad's Turnpike, on the other hand, takes place in a large city. The roads are well maintained, and many trucks are transporting goods from the city. There's a large amount of business and money that could be made in the city. Following that up with tolls on the freeway, and this track would definitely be profitable. Toad definitely knew what he was doing, because both of his tracks are swimming in profit right now. Banana Cop starts in a desert far from society. Dry Desert has absolutely nothing that it can sell barring water from its oasis, but it's too small to sell commercially. Donut Plains 3 also has nothing to provide. It's quite literally in the middle of nowhere, and there are only 2 small buildings around. Royal Raceway has stands that could require a paid fee. There are also many hot air balloons for tourists to rent. However, the main issue here is the upkeep of the capital. Castle. The castle would be too expensive to sustain, and knowing Princess Peach, she would charge crazy taxes, which would make this track not profitable. DK Jungle is a promising wood and clean water supply. However, the issue with this track is one you might not have even considered: oil costs. Because this track is far from society, oil costs need to be considered so that these supplies can be sold. This makes the track barely profitable. It almost breaks even. Leaf Cup starts with Wario Stadium, and similarly to Mario Kart Stadium, it's a massive stadium with a paid entrance fee with thousands upon thousands of seats. Now that's free money right there. Sherbet Land has a bunch of nothing but ice. Anything related to the water is out of the question due to it being a dangerously low temperature. There's honestly no business potential on this track. Music Park is... how the hell do I even rank this? It's just made up of instruments, and there are no means on the track to record the music for Spotify, so... Yoshi Valley is just a bunch of winding paths. There are some apple trees, but it's not large enough for a commercial scale. Caves are also too small to be considered profitable consistently. Lightning Cup starts with a... clock. Tick-tock clock is absolutely impossible for business to occur, considering it takes place inside of a grandfather clock. Last I checked, grandfather clocks weren't profitable. Piranha Plant Slide is a long sewer. Sewage systems are paid for by the government and are not profitable as they form part of essential infrastructure. The water would also be filled with poop, causing numerous court cases to be filed if someone sold the water. Rubber Volcano could be home to ores and minerals from within the volcano, but considering it's active, no sane business would try to excavate resources from it. Rainbow Road, again, is also very much not profitable. All there is an empty road with nothing happening on it. There is a city below that looks reasonably profitable, but in the race you don't engage with it. So I have to say that it's not profitable. Okay, well this is indeed a streak of being not profitable. Let's hope the next cup can break that streak. The DLC tracks kicks off with the Egg Cup, and with it comes Yoshi Circuit. There's a small town at the start of the track with large amounts of resources that could be harvested from the cliff bases. There are also ships sailing past the island, which gives the island access to imports and exports. Finally, a break in the streak of not being profitable. Excitebike Arena continues this profitable streak due to it taking place in a large seating with an entry fee. There are also various shops set up on the sidelines, and most importantly, there is oil, which gives access to the most profitable natural resource in the world. Dragon Driftway is based on China, so bonus points for strong economy, but look at it. Isaac Newton didn't die for this to exist. No business would even be able to exist here. Newt City is a large futuristic city, and besides the safety concerns, it is more technologically advanced than the United States. They have high quality infrastructure and buildings that could have multi-million-dollar businesses or franchises. The Crossing Cup starts in Baby Park, which is a thriving amusement park which would have paid entry, as well as additional costs for riding the roller coasters or other rides. Even in bad weather, this track would still be consistently profitable, as I still see many people attending amusement parks in poor weather. Cheeseland has a massive cheese supply, but like Sweet Sweet Canyon, the product would expire extremely quickly and cause the track to turn into moldy Cheeseland. Wildwoods has a large tree supply, which could be used to print money as well as supply wood. This track also has large amounts of Shy Guys living in this area, which gives it huge potential for success in the service department. Animal Crossing is a full town. Need I say more? There are already several businesses such as the Able Sisters and Nook's Cranny, with many villagers living in the town. Triforce Cup starts with the Rich Warrior's gold mine. This mine is a massive gold producer and generates multiple minecarts of gold per lap. Wario definitely knew what he was doing. Rainbow Road. Jesus, how many Rainbow Roads are in this game? This track is in space, with nothing to provide or produce. Ice Outpost is a little underdeveloped. There are a few ships outside of the city, and there is nothing that the few Toads could produce in the current state of the track. Hyrule Circuit is in the middle of nowhere with a fat castle slapped in the middle of it. There are lots of houses outside of the castle, but again, there's nothing to produce or supply. And at the start of the last cup, we have Neo Bowser City, which is highly technologically advanced. There are many tall buildings, and the city probably has a strong economy. This track is comparable to New York, except it always rains like London. Ribbon Road is literally just a toy set. As far as I know, garage sales aren't consistently profitable. Superbell Subway is a form of public transport which is highly used. The tickets would require a fee, and 2 trains are running at once. There are also many shops such as a bakery, and there are vending machines that rip you off and make a disgusting profit. Capitalism. And finally, Big Blue, which has a large body of water underneath the track, which is perfect for production. The race could also easily be streamed to YouTube or Twitch, which could make even more profits. However, the upkeep on this track would definitely be bananas expensive, which makes this track unprofitable in my eyes. So yeah, that's all of the tracks in the base game of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. 18 out of the 48 tracks would make a profit. And here are the cups to score in terms of profit margin. If you enjoyed, please like the video and subscribe to show that you did. I want to make another video related to this topic on the Boost Course Pass, and a like and a subscription would motivate me greatly. Okay, bye.